follow that ship. You had no life signs, no shields.
There's no doubt that Titanfall is one of the most hotly anticipated shooters in a while, and I'm sure it's going to be responsible for shipping a whole ton of Xbox Ones, thanks to this being exclusive to Microsoft's consoles. You're probably aware that the game features a mix of parkour-style wall running, jumping and sprinting as a pilot, and massive mech fisticuffs and explosive carnage when you jump into one of the Titans. But what's it actually like to play? Well, the game features two ways to play, an online campaign mode and multiplayer servers for you to jump into, featuring the headline Attrition mode, which is basically team deathmatch, a mode called Hardpoint, where 3 areas must be captured and defended, Capture the Flag, Last Titan Standing, and a couple of others you may or may not be interested in trying out if the servers have anyone playing in these less popular modes. Spawn as a pilot for one of 2 factions, the corporate IMC or the militia who are trying to tap into their resources, and you'll be dropped into one of 15 beautiful maps where you'll take part in some very balanced combat. Not only will you be playing with and against other human players, but also against grunts and spectres, AI-controlled enemies for you to take pot shots at. These are essentially cannon fodder which you can kill for less points than a human-controlled player, but if you're a newcomer or usually get owned by others online, at least it keeps you in the game and prevents some of the frustration of dying over and over again without a kill. Get a few frags under your belt and you'll speed up the building process of your Titan, which you can then call into the field with a satisfying crackle and thump as it drops through the atmosphere and, if you're lucky, onto an enemy below. You can then hold X to climb inside and set about laying waste to other pilots who now run about like the borrowers, popping from behind cover to shoot you with their weaponry, specifically suited to taking down a hulking metal machine. There's no doubt that this combat system works. You never feel overpowered if you're in a Titan, and likewise, running about as a pilot has its advantages, especially when you need to go inside to capture bases or leap onto rooftops to hack turrets that can shoot at the enemy and help your cause. As a Titan, it's actually best to fight from a distance, as getting too near confined spaces means a pilot can rodeo you, bypass your shields, and shoot your Titan's brain out. Of course, you can counter this and leap out of your Titan to shoot them off or pop electric smoke to fry them. This is classic rock, paper, scissors gameplay at its core. Unfortunately, this frenetic action is precisely what makes the campaign fall flat on its arse. It's basically just a series of matches you'd play in the multiplayer modes, only dressed up with a scene where you drop into combat at the start, all accompanied by some laughable voice acting at times. Playing through the short campaign as the IMC and militia will reward you extra Titans to add to your customization list, but I was certainly none the wiser about what the story was about, or could even care for that matter. Customization is also a little bit on the light side. There are a few extra weapons to unlock as you move through your levels and some extra sights and abilities for pilots and Titans, but the progression will end long before the likes of Battlefield or Call of Duty fans have come to expect. There's also a fair amount of slowdown at times, especially when you pop smoke and lots of Titans are on screen at once. Right, I've had my little moan, but even though there are a few things that could have been done better in Titanfall, the core gameplay is different, engaging and perfectly balanced. If you'd like to try a game that's new, focused, addictive and moreish thanks to its perfectly balanced gameplay and short round mechanic, it doesn't currently get better than this. Respawn Entertainment have certainly got the building blocks in place for a fantastic Titanfall 2. It gets 9 out of 10.